Tremendous cute, tremendous cute, tremendous cute.
Who's your favorite pitmaster's favorite pitmaster?
Wade!
Hey, what's going on, Tremendous Q fans? It's your boy here, Wade Morris, owner, Pitmaster Tremendous Q. And today I got a real short video on maintaining your fire inside of a kettle cooker. And it's a double whammy because we're also going to be doing some smoked turkey wings, okay? So in this particular video, we're going to be using pecan wood, and we're going to be talking about how to maintain your fire inside of a kettle cooker. And during the process, during this cook, I'm also going to be cooking some smoked turkey wings. So you guys stick around, let me know what you think, and let's shut up and smoke.
Alright, since I'm not the richest guy in the world, I figured if I was going to be burning some wood, we might as well get some good deeds out of it, right? So we're cooking a couple of turkey wings today. Pretty sure I had family in town, which is why I chose turkey wings. I don't cook turkey on a regular basis for my family. It's just not really a favorite cut of meat of mine. There's nothing really special about that. So yeah, pretty sure we had family in town, and we're going to be cooking a couple of smoked turkey wings. But again, remember, this is a double whammy video, so we're also going to be talking a little bit about fire management. So before we get to the kettle, I'll talk a little bit about what I did with these wings prior to putting them on the cooker. We had them in a saline solution, so we brined them for about 24-ish hours. I find turkey really hard to be palatable. If you do not brine it first, it just does not have a lot of flavor. As much meat as you get, it really does not have a lot of flavor. So we brine these for about 24 hours, and then we're going to use my regular pork rub to go ahead and get them rubbed down. We're going to completely coat them, top and bottom, wingtip to basically like the inner armpit. And this is the rub that we're going to be using, and it's a super easy grill recipe. Not a lot of prep work. You got to properly plan ahead. Speaking of properly planning ahead, I do actually have notes later on in this video, so if you wanted to grab a pen and paper, pause the video right now, grab a pen and paper. I do have some captions at the end talking about fire management, good tips for you to go ahead and write down. So for this particular video, the kettle cooker, since I'm cooking on a kettle and I'm using 100% hardwood, essentially what I did was I took my charcoal chimney, then I put about a third layer of charcoals in there, and then I put a few small pecan sticks from an old pecan tree that that fell down in a neighbor's yard. I put the sticks on top of the charcoals, and that's why the sticks are already burnt up and they're already got a good fire going. So if you want to go ahead and start your pit off with a good fire, you don't have to just put charcoals inside of your charcoal chimney. I also recommend putting sticks on top of your charcoal. That way you can save charcoal and you can burn a little bit more hardwood. So with respect to setting up your kettle cooker for smoking, you're going to put your wood to one side, and then your food's going to go on the opposite side of your fire. All right, so if you watch when I open this video up, you see a lot of smoke, but you don't see any fire. And then boom, there it is, right at the top of your screen. So when the wood is in there, it may not have an actual flame going, but those coals, those embers, that's still going to be producing heat, okay? So you got your coals to one side, and I really recommend this grate because you can leave the end with the coals open, and you can continue to add wood as you need to, and then you put your meat on the opposite side. That way you're actually smoking, and you're doing it in an indirect way. You're doing it not over direct heat. It's right next to the heat, but it's not directly over the heat. So this is basically the setup, the offset setup inside of a kettle cooker. Now there's certainly more ways to set up a kettle cooker to smoke, but we'll talk about those in another video. So here's our first note. Notice that I have a log that is basically leaving the lid cracked, okay? So what I found was, as I was cooking, I wasn't able to get enough oxygen into the smoke chamber in order to keep a decent fire. Now, I didn't want fire like you see in this particular part of the video. I just wanted good embers, I wanted good coals. But with the lid all the way closed, I wasn't able to do that because the air blows directly over the vents, and you see the vents are horizontal right here. They're not vertical like you have on an offset cooker in the top right hand corner. The air can't blow directly into the chamber, so you have to offset it. All right, so that's what I use that little log for. And then setting the logs on top preheats them, and this removes the moisture, and it allows the wood basically to, as soon as you set it on the embers, set it on the coals, it allows the wood to basically instantly catch fire. And that's really important because now, instead of waiting for your wood to warm up and release moisture and a whole bunch of thick white bellowing smoke, you'll see right here in this video, boom, about 3 to 4 seconds after laying them on the embers, they're already on fire. And that's what you want. That's going to help burn that nice clean fire. It's going to give you that nice really clean smoke. Okay, so that's a huge tip. That's probably one of the best tips that I can give you. It doesn't matter if you're using an offset or you're using a kettle cooker or reverse flow. Try to preheat your wood either on top of your firebox or inside of the firebox, and it'll really save you time, and it'll help burn a cleaner fire as you're going through with cooking these. Okay, as you can see, we cooked these to about 180 degrees, so they're done. We maintained the temperature of about 275 degrees throughout the entire cook process. So we're going to pull these things off, take them inside, and see how they turned out. So remember, at the beginning of the video, we pulled these things out of a saline solution, out of a brine bath. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit because this thing was giving me fits trying to get it open. I'm going to show you the results of that brine. Look at that moisture on that wing, that flat back on that wing, man. That is awesome. And that's why we brine it, to help basically increase the moisture content inside of what is otherwise a very bland piece of meat. All right, so that was my turkey wings. Talk to you guys a little bit about the kettle cooking process and how to set up the 2-zone cook method, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
All right, thank you guys for watching. I had a lot of fun with this video. Like I said, it was a 2-for-1 or double whammy. So real quick, probably the biggest thing I would just want to foot stomp is remember airflow in your kettle cookers. The vents are they lay horizontal on the top and on the bottom, all right? So your air is just gonna flow over right like this. So you probably wanna prop open your lid a little bit so that the airflow can flow inside of your cooker and set it up when, you know, your offset cookers, your traditional offset cookers, the vents are horizontal or are vertical, and so the air can just flow directly into it. So you don't have that luxury when you're using a kettle cooker. So it's just something to think about. We don't need to get fancy with our tools. It's just something that we need to plan for prior to doing the cook, all right? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out other videos on here at Tremendous Q's Cooking Channel. Don't forget to leave a comment in the section below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next videos here on Tremendous Q's Cooking Channel, all right? Shut up and smoke, and we'll see you guys later.